Hello, hello, coconuts. Welcome in, welcome back. Happy Monday. Shout out to my YouTube coconuts that are watching the replay. We love you. We have to finish this page. Last week I had a deadline that I had to hit. I ended up not hitting it, in full transparency. I ended up waking up on my couch at 2 a.m. with my book cover still not done on my iPad. I was like, well, shucks. Well, shucks. But I did finish it the next day once I went to bed. Opening up an ice cold ginger ale, pouring it in my brewmate. So I can have me a nice cold beverage to sip on. My ice is pretty much finished, so I don't know if I'm gonna get any good ice shaking sounds, but hopefully I will. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I, for one, did. It was a busy one, but sometimes it was actually mixed. Busy Saturday, low-key Sunday, which I think is like a good combo. Ice cold. All right. I think I want to do the background now because I need to get like a better understanding of the vibes. I'm thinking of doing like a textured wall to add some kind of like spookiness to the back. So let's see what a good base color would be for that. Hey, welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I have so many markers out on my desk. Like, this is a little bit out of control. Let's see if I can scoop some of these up because I got a lot going on. Too much going on. All right. Got my swatch pad. Everything good to go. Let's get into it. So, I want to do like a grayish background. Not too dark, not too light. And then I want to do like some texture on it. Hey, Seagra. I'm going to come in with CG050 by Ohuhu. This is a neutral gray. 05. It's interesting that it's a neutral gray, but it says CG, which makes me think cool gray. But whatever. You know, they just be naming stuff over there. I'm gonna just put this in here. Leave the baseboard white. And then I'm gonna do some like, I don't even know what to call it, like not an acid wash treatment, but I guess something in that same vein. This gray doesn't feel that juicy to me. Do I have another one just in case? In case of emergency. I like to check my ice situation before I get too deep into something. I don't see one over there. Well, this wall is gonna be textured. So if anything, if the texture comes from my marker dyeing, then that's where it comes from. I've done my best with that in the past, and sometimes it works out. Today was like a never-ending day. It's one of those days where you're like, whoo, today has been a long day. And then you look and it's only 11 a.m. And you're like, nah, I know you lying. I know you lying. 11 a.m. That's just not possible. That happened to me like 4 times. It was the Mondayest Monday of all Mondays. And I'm trying to figure out what I did to deserve that. I didn't deserve it. I woke up super early too and couldn't get back to sleep. It's all these midnight and I got to use the bathroom 18 times throughout the night. So there's always a possibility that I'll get up and then can't get back to sleep. And I don't like that. This coloring book is Coloring with Cocoa Volume 9. It's the Spooky Edition and it's linked in my bio. I've been feeling good for the most part. The pregnancy has been pretty smooth. I think the main thing that I'm dealing with is just the energy levels are low. I'm just tired. So that's been the biggest challenge, is trying to get work done and take naps. Because I can't fight through it. It's not like my sleepiness before I was pregnant, where I could kind of like override my sleepiness and just push through. This is the kind of sleepiness that stops you in your tracks. And if you resist it, it's only gonna have you falling asleep doing something important. So I literally, once I get to that point, I just have to go lay down because it's not even gonna be worth it. I move so slow that I might as well just go take a nap because ain't nothing getting done anyway. So that's been my main thing, but I haven't had any other like real issues. I'm not achy. I'm not crankier than usual. I won't say I'm not cranky. I would say I'm normal cranky. And that's been good. We started like actually getting stuff for the little baby, and I started my registry. Please clap, because you guys know I've been procrastinating with that. The registry exists. I was like hyper fixated on it for a little bit on Friday. So I added a bunch of stuff to it, but then I like never look at it again, so I need to go through, make sure I'm happy with it. The thing is, I'm just really using it as a shopping list, and then I'm probably just gonna start buying stuff off of there. So it's like really just kind of a checklist of things that I need to get. This is Coloring with Cocoa Volume 9, the Spooky Edition. And it's linked in my bio. So once I fill this in, I'm gonna like distress the walls. Make it spooky-ish. I'm so tired, it hurts, can't sleep though. That's the worst. Just up and angry. I promise you I'm tired. I don't even want to be up right now. the worst. That's how I feel. If I get too tired, I literally can't sleep. It's like I'm too tired to sleep. And I don't know how else to explain that. I am too tired to sleep right now. I know I missed you, Z. I feel like we had some heavy hitting coconuts that have been busy. Your presence is always missed. Thank you, Tony. Hey, Don Don. This baby in my uterus having a garage sale right now, I promise you. Because what is all that ruckus? She either likes this playlist or she don't like this playlist. I can't tell. Can't tell. Yeah, she be moving my organs like IKEA furniture in there. She be rearranging her room. She be like, you know what? Actually, I want my nightstand over here. Excuse me, spleen. Watch out. It is comforting. I don't know why I like enunciated the hell out of every syllable of that word. It is comforting. Like I don't have to worry. Michael didn't move this much, so I used to be jiggling my belly like, hello. She lets me know. She checks in. She checks in every 30 minutes. I feel like I've had to like make a lot of decisions lately, and it's making me kind of have an aversion to wanting to come color because I don't want to have to decide anything. I have decision fatigue. I'm like, girl, I don't even know. I don't even know. Hey, hologram. This marker's not doing too bad. I was definitely not trusting it. This is an Ohuhu marker. All the markers I use a few brands. All of them are linked in my bio. So you can find the markers and pencils because I use them both in combination with each other to achieve this look. Did you know on average we make about 35,000 decisions a day? Golly! I want to cut down to maybe 10 to 15. I feel like that would do wonders for me. How do I cut down? I want to shave off 25,000 decisions. How do I do that? I need to make less decisions. I'm about to start. That's what I need to hyperfixate on. How to make less decisions. That's too much. Now, if I made $1 for every decision, baby, I'll be deciding all damn day. 100K decisions a day keeps the doctor away, they say. But since I don't get paid to make decisions, I'm gonna need to shave those down a lot. Shave them down. I'm trying to cut back. I'm gonna be at a restaurant. They'll be like, hi, have you decided what you want to order? No, I'm trying to cut back on my decisions. Sorry. Just whatever you think is best. Whatever you think I would like. Thank you. These are Ohuhu markers, and they're linked in my bio. Somebody got to come make these decisions. I knew we was thinking too much. I knew it. I just knew we was making too many decisions. We work too hard. We decide too much. I'm at a point right now where it's like my husband knows, don't even ask me what I want for dinner. If I don't volunteer that information, that means I surrender. I surrender. Even though I was craving Wingstop today, and he said, I already started cooking. And I said, okay. And I said, no, let me be good. So instead I had tilapia. Whack. But the Wingstop employees will be seeing me tomorrow. Have my food hot and ready. Don't play. Don't play. I am 24 weeks today. Pew, 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 pew. She is the size of a cantaloupe. This is from my coloring book, Coloring with Coco, Volume 9, the Spooky Edition. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you. I saw Christina from Raw Sushi posted a video, I think yesterday, where she was responding to someone who was like saying her coloring book was obviously AI. And she's so gracious. She's so gracious. Because I would have tore their ass up. If I had the reputation that Christina had, Christina's been on YouTube for a decade teaching the girls how to draw. Before AI was even drawing and creating images and was accessible to the masses, she was online teaching people how to draw. And this person just so boldly slings accusations of like, clearly it's AI, and based off the inconsistencies in the eyebrows. Bro, stop this. Stop this. Don't you ever talk about Christina. Don't you ever. She's so nice. Because me? No. I would have had to make a whole spectacle of you. Because how dare you? It's so easy to just ask someone, hey, is this AI? And then she says, no, it's not. I draw these myself. And then that's it. Everything doesn't have to be a confrontation. Now, you want to do that with someone like me who loves confrontation. We can make it a confrontation. But don't do that to Christina, please. She's too nice for that. She's too nice. All right, I'm going to start adding some like aging, some veining. This is the same marker. The cool gray, or not cool gray, neutral gray, 50. If you're in the coloring club, then you get access to it, to the digital coloring class replay. Hey, welcome in. So if you join the club on Friday, an email goes out and you can see the class replays. I'm currently switching my classes from live. Izzy, if you want to be in the chat, I would suggest you don't ask random questions because they're going to mute you. So just be chill. I'm moving my webinars from live to pre-recorded. So they're going to be like a library that's on there where people who are in the club can go and like browse past workshops, just so that I can continue to maintain workshops. Told you, girl. I told you they was gonna mute you. You just had to keep going. Hard-headed ass. A hard head makes a what? Soft behind. Now you muted. I want to be able to maintain doing workshops through when I'm on maternity leave. So if I can pre-record them and release them, that would be much easier for me. So I'm moving to that this month to try and test it out and see how I like it. So we'll see. I didn't even see the punchline of the joke. All I saw was why are tomatoes red? And then I saw them say it was a dad joke. So I missed the joke. But if you're still here, someone said it was funny. So I hope it was worth it. I'm just doing my little treatment on the walls. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome in. So I'm gonna get like a darker gray to come around and like add a little more depth to the edges. So that was neutral gray 05 by Ohuhu. Now let me see how much darker I want to get. I don't want to get too dark. Or do I? Mine as well. All right, I'm gonna do cool gray 5. Cool gray Roman numeral 2 5. You know, Ohuhu gotta be extra. Actually, I'm gonna have my the gray that I used initially. the neutral gray 5 on hand so I can kind of blend it out if I need to. So that's what I'm gonna do. Have a nice night, Coco. I hope you're nicer to your other supporters. I didn't even mute you, you dumb. I told you you was gonna get muted because the mods don't play. What the hell you? And no, I'm not nice. As a matter of fact, I'm glad we established that. I ain't nice. I'm doing some more digital coloring classes this month, and then I'm going back and pre-recording some of the other topics that we've had. So there will be more classes. Hope you have the rest of your life. I will, guaranteed. As will you, as will we all. We will all have the rest of our lives. That's actually how the rest of your life works. Ain't that crazy? We all gonna have the rest of our lives. You get the rest of your life. You get the rest of your life. You get the rest of your life. We all do. Beautiful, actually. All right, blending this out. If she was a real supporter, she would know that the mods are strict. And they don't play about that kind of stuff. Okay? The mods stay on go. Just deepening up some of the edges. So I want to have spook magook vibes. Spooky. So do you color randomly or do you study the picture first? I don't study the pictures. Everything I color, I draw myself. So I kind of am familiar with it going into it. But, and I say that not even being sarcastic because I do kind of forget what the vibes were. There's been plenty of times I've been confused by my own art. But I do kind of just go into it with a theme or a vibe and play it from there. Sometimes I have more of a fully fleshed out idea, and other times I'm really just hoping for the best. The themes have been fun though. Those help me kind of stay on a path without getting too distracted. And I love limited color palettes, so if I don't have a theme or a vision, sometimes I'll really just stick to 2 or 3 colors and go from there. and I'm trying to like push myself into being a little bit more adventurous. Not too adventurous though, because it's my style, so I still like a limited palette, but try and mix it up every once in a while. Amazon just told me Restaurant Flag is coming tomorrow morning. Yes! Tomorrow's launch day, guys. We're gonna have a fun live tomorrow. What's gonna make it fun? I don't know. The fact that it's launch day and we're together. I want to do some giveaways for sure. So I'll do some giveaways throughout the session. We'll color page and rest and reflect Avi. That's why we gotta finish this page tonight. And yeah, if you buy it now, like, you don't gotta wait. You don't gotta wait. So it's been such a long journey. I'm so excited that it's not like, I don't know. I'm happy that some people already have it. Like, I would feel anxious if everyone was just getting it at the same time, which most people are still going to get it tomorrow, but I've already got feedback from people and people are enjoying it and speaking highly of it. So like, those nerves are gone. So I can just kind of like enjoy it being launch day. Maybe I'll get a cupcake. I took off from work Wednesday so I can just vibe and color. I love that. She said, I need time to spend with my new book. Okay? I'll see y'all on Thursday. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to do some giveaways and just maybe we can just talk about the process, show you guys some of the sketches and process and everything. My editors and like some of my publishing team is going to be here tomorrow in the live, so I'll probably try to be on my best behavior. I don't know though. I just want to put that out there. I don't know about, best behavior, but I'll be on like church basement behavior, like still in the Lord's house, but not in the pew. You get what I'm saying? Ice cold ginger ale. That's good. I was hoping Amazon would ship it a day early. Amazon was like, hell no. Hell no. We not shipping it until the day it launches. Barnes & Noble said, yeah, actually no one tells us what to do. You're getting it 2 weeks in advance. That's it. No one tells Barnes & Noble what to do. And period. Period. Who gonna check them? Not you. Not me. I said, let them eat cake. Give the people their bucks. Feed the coconuts. Release them. Release the bucks. I'll be sure to take my ashwagandha. I don't even know. Can I take ashwagandha when I'm pregnant? Y'all remember when I was on my ashwagandha kick? And then it started making me a little sad. I was like, I got to take a break. Can't take that too consistently. Then you get a little too chill. Like, does it even matter? Why am I here chill? Say, hey. It's a little too chill. Let's kind of unchill. Too chill for me. Yes, I'm actually gonna do more specific digital coloring. So we did digital coloring 101, where we went over like high level, like how to get around and color and Procreate. And then I'm going to do some workshops where we get into the nitty gritty, like a workshop dedicated to digital skin, digital hair, digital fashions. Okay. So we're gonna do like a whole digital vibe. Yeah, ashwagandha made me a little too chill. I have to like really monitor it. I can't use it daily. She said, yeah, I don't know about all that. All I know is it keeps my hands from around people's neck at work. I feel you, girl. I feel you. Saving the people. I was trying on like dresses to see what I want to wear for my book signing at the end of the month, and I put on the dress that I have on in my profile picture, that little like green crushed velvet one shoulder number. And as soon as I came downstairs, I was like, can you see if this zips? My husband's just looking at me. I'm like, just try. He's just staring. He said, that's not gonna zip. I was like, get your ass back here and try to zip it up. So he got it to zip. I was like, it's stretchy. And then it zipped. And he was like, actually, it doesn't look bad. It looks stretched to the max. And you still got a few weeks left, so I don't know if it's gonna zip by the time the event is here. I was like, maternity dresses are not cute. I don't want a maternity dress. So I tried on the dress that I wore for my keynote when I was doing the Chicago Planner Conference last year. And that looked so cute on my little bump. So I'm probably gonna wear that. And just accessorize. It's just like a cute little black dress. And then I have a Sharpie event that I have to go to, like a daytime Sharpie event. So I think I want to get something like flowy and like a little more daytime appropriate for that. So that'll be fun. I'm still trying to figure out where the other cities. I'm supposed to be going to more cities for more book signings in October. So last email I saw, we were talking Texas and Georgia first on the list. I did see references to Philly and DC as well. So I'll keep you guys posted. I really do want to go to DC, but we'll see. I just know I have so many DMV coconuts, like so many. I love Texas. They said Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Houston, I want to say, were the three that they were looking at. So, let me see. How have you been feeling this pregnancy? I feel like I haven't seen your post since the announcement. Yeah, they kind of banned me for a little bit. They were blocking my stuff a little bit, and then I also just haven't been posting. So it was a combination. I've been really just trying to at least get on live and prioritize being on live, because that's all I could give you. Editing videos as a sleepy pregnant lady, that's a hard combo. That's a hard combo, but I've been feeling good. Just sleepy. Just sleepy. Thank you for asking. I've been so, like, I don't know, just busy. So even though I sleep a lot, like, I'll be taking naps. I'll be taking my naps. I do feel like a little bit overwhelmed because I feel behind all the time. So that's been the only thing. I feel like pregnancy like heightens your anxiety and stuff, because you're like anxious about life that's happening in real time and then life that's coming up. So those are the only two things, but I feel good. You know, still up and down the stairs, outside, still going to the soccer game, soccer mom, serving looks, giving chic. So my books are at barnesandnoble.com right now. My book that's out. So Rest and Reflect is on their website right now. I don't know if Sisterhood and Solidarity is on pre-order yet at Barnes & Noble, but it will be. All right. So I think I'm going to do the pot the same way I did the frame and the same way I did the legs over here, so that we get the 3 points. Alright. I think I did a base of milk white. It won't be in stores tomorrow. It will just be online tomorrow. It's coming to, I know, definitely Walmart in the fall, early winter. I don't know if Barnes & Noble picked up on it yet to go in store. Hey, Miss Donna. Alright, this is milk white, which is YR12. Thank you. But the publisher has been really happy with the pre-order numbers, which is good. So with debut books, I guess like the pre-orders are a big deal. I was kind of like not in love with my coloring book being on pre-order for 600 years. Because I'm like, it's not like a traditional book where like you pre-order like a novel or like a memoir. Like, it's not that it's a coloring book, you know. So I felt like that's a really long time for a coloring book to be on pre-order. So I found myself kind of getting like fatigued talking about, yeah, my book's coming out September, and it was like April. So now that it's like here, I feel like I'll be able to like really ramp up and be able to be truly excited. Because that's just a long time. Really long time. Thank you, Denise. This is thin persimmon. I'll just use this from the edges towards the center. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I was in the top, I want to say top 3 or 4 for pre-orders for books releasing around this time from my publisher, so that was exciting. So I can't wait for everyone to get their hands on it. Everyone who already got it has been speaking very highly of it, so I'm excited about that. And I can't wait to see you guys color. And I hope that you guys enjoy the writing prompts throughout it. And if you feel comfortable sharing them, I would love to see what you write, because I'm nosy and I want to know. I'm going to be sharing what I write in mine. Oops, sorry. Knocked you upside your head there. But I have always loved journaling and wanted to incorporate like all of Coco Michelle. So if you follow me on any other platform, you know that I do Monday mantras. Every Monday I come up with a bunch of different mantras and you screenshot to receive your reminder for the week, and it has been a part of my Monday ritual for years now. I have never missed a Monday ever since I started, which is crazy. And I wanted to be able to incorporate like all the parts of Coco Michelle into this book. So I'm happy that that's like my very first big girl published book, be able to like showcase all of that. And hopefully it will be something that will be useful to you and be like even more relaxing and reflective for you in your coloring journey. All right, I'm going to use a color pencil just to blend out these edges. Thank you, Crystal. So I'm really I know I tell y'all all the time I'm starting the 2026 calendars. I'm dead ass, okay? I'm dead ass. I'm starting it this week. I already started writing things down. That's when you know it's serious. I started writing ideas down. Y'all got anything you want to see in the calendar for 2026 for your month? What month are you? And what's something you want to see in your month in the calendar? Let's see if we're on the same. Fireworks. Ooh. I don't even know how do I draw fireworks so that you can color it? I would have to like think about that. Can we get an ice cream girly for July? I just did an ice cream girly in the club and it was so cute, so I'm not mad at that. I'm a March girly, so cherry blossoms. Ooh. Cherry blossoms. I think, Z, when I did the cherry blossoms for your custom page, that was the first time I ever did cherry blossoms in a coloring form. And although I was confused for 1 second, I was having a hard time figuring out how to make it look like a cherry blossom. Once I got it down, I was like, oh, these are cute. These are very cute. Oh, thank you, Z. A girly on skates. Oh, you sound like Emerald. I've been promising Emerald a girly on skates for a long time. Whoopsies. Whoops, daisy. I gotta at least do that. Ooh, Cupid. Oh, that's so cute. Cupid. I love it. This up. A knitting girl, cute. So it sounds like you guys want like activities. Because I'm hearing skating, knitting. There was something else that you said that was an activity. Ooh, skiing. Cute. Super cute. No, I wasn't working on this another day. Skiing is so tea. I'm writing stuff down on the side. Because it is about the outfit, okay? The ski girl. Totally. So just be black girls out here living life, living large and in charge, big boy. I definitely gotta do something real special for December. Cause I'm having a daughter in December. She might mess around and come in January though. That's the thing. I can't get too attached to December because she's due on the 29th. It ain't nothing for her to come on January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, you know? All right. I'm trying to resist. I want to give her white wine, but why would she be drinking white wine? It's like definitely a red wine vibe, but the red wine don't really fit the theme in my head the way I want it to. Let's focus on the wine bottle. When in doubt, run from your responsibilities. Let's see. I'm going to do the same kind of green so we could do the 3 points of green. So I'm going to do a green wine bottle. And call it Azay. And then I'll do the little label at the top, the color of the wine. Once I do my color pencil, I don't really want to do too much color pencil tonight. undo that behind y'all's back. Well, I'm gonna do color pencil on the objects, but I'm talking about in the background and on the chair and all that stuff. The big areas. Alright. What color did I use? Did I just use... Oh, I think I used this one. Deep olive green. For some shading. This is a different playlist. I'm not sure how I feel. I've like just tuned these playlists out. As soon as I had to stop using copyrighted music, I was like, whatever. Child, whatever. Whatever y'all play at this point, I'm here. Alright. So I'm coming in with Sycamore. And this is a Ohuhu pencil. And then I have olive brown. Real quick, Love Island topic, real quick. I saw this like carousel on Instagram that was showing like celebrities from the VMAs last night that had like similar color palettes, and it was just showing them all side by side. And then there was one slide that was just Ace and Jermaine Dupri, and I don't know why it fried me so bad, but I was literally in tears. Something about Ace and Jermaine Dupri being side by side. Why is that so funny? Why is that so funny? And in my head, it was like, just throw CeeLo Green in there too. Like, it was like, the association is crazy. So I'm telling Mr. Coco about it, which Mr. Coco might as well have watched Love Island because I tell him everything. So he was like, well, it's probably because Ace and Jermaine Dupri about the same height. So, like, well, how tall is Jermaine Dupri? Because Ace said he's 5'10" or 5'8". Well, how tall did Ace say he was? Anyway, why did Mr. Coco say Jermaine Dupri is 4'11"? He said Jermaine Dupri is 4'11", and he was dead ass. I said, Jermaine Dupri is not 4'11". He said, I promise you that man is 4 foot. He said, I promise you Jermaine Dupri is 4'11". I said, I will bet you $50 right now Jermaine Dupri is not 4'11". Are you serious? He was dead ass. For anyone wondering, Jermaine Dupri is 5'4". Definitely petite, but 4'11". He dragged it. He dragged it absolutely. And we know Ace is lying for sure. No, same thing. LOL, same thing is crazy. He was so serious. I'm like, you really looking me at my eyes and telling me that Jermaine Dupri is 4'11". He said, I'm dead ass right now. Okay. He believed it. He was speaking with great conviction. For a guy 5'4" is basically 4'11". I mean, it does get to a point, but there 4'11" is very small. That's very petite, petite. I'm 5'1.5", and whenever I meet someone who's 4'11", I'm like, now you are short. I don't know why everybody calling me short. You short for real. Like, this, people don't know what short is, okay? That is short. Tall Coco, not the short one, period. Okay? I don't know nothing about these short allegations. Y'all got me messed up. Ain't never been short. Not a day in my life. Okay? Y'all want me to be short so bad. Ain't never been that. Nothing close to it. Hey, Brandy. I'm really big Coco these days. I know that. Hey, Kimmy. I turned to the side in that dress and said, well. Well. My little pregnancy app talking about your uterus is now the size of a soccer ball. Well, who asked you? Okay? Your mama. Nobody asked you what size my uterus is. What fruit is this baby? That's what I asked you. Don't be telling me nothing about my uterus. I didn't ask that. Just tell me my baby's a cantaloupe and move on. But the thing is, the last 2 months, the way you get I promise you, everyone on Michael's soccer team, all their moms are pregnant right now. Like, when I showed up to the first practice, I said, no way we could all be pregnant. Everybody pregnant. And we're all at different stages. And there's 2 that look like they're about to pop. And I'm like, there's such a drastic difference between, the first 30 weeks and them last 10 weeks. What happens? I don't know what happens. Something happens. Something happens. Yeah, all the 2017 moms are having kids again. Be careful, y'all. Don't drink the water. It's getting everybody. It's getting everybody. I mean, I was trying for 6 years, but something's telling me everybody there wasn't trying. Something's telling me some of these were oopsie daisies, okay? Look white on the label. But I'm scared. I'm scared to get that big again, because I remember how hard everything was to get out of bed, to get in the bed. Now I don't live in an apartment, so I gotta, with Michael, we lived in Harlem, and one thing you could count on in the city, if you live in an apartment with an elevator, is it's gonna break a lot. I don't know. They need to call somebody. Alandra. I think Alandra used to do elevators. Call somebody to fix these damn New York City elevators. But I remember being a week from my due date, and the elevator was on the fritz. And I showed up in the building. I had my work bag, and the super was standing there. He was like, "Oh no." And I said, "The elevator's broken." He said, "It is." He said, "What floor you live on again?" I said, "The 12th floor." He said, "Damn." Yeah. Yeah. I walked up them 12 flights. And I said, "I'm not leaving this apartment until it's time for me to give birth. I can't play with this elevator. I can't play with this elevator." First of all, I don't want to walk up 12 flights of stairs, no matter what. The fact that I was 9 months pregnant really didn't change my desire level. I still wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that at my fittest, let alone with a watermelon in my gut. Hell no. And then they had a fire drill. Well, actually, it wasn't a fire drill. There was an actual fire in the basement at Macy's. And the whole building had to evacuate. You know how crazy it is to evacuate Herald Square? That is crazy. I had to walk down. Guess what floor I worked on at Macy's? The 18th floor, okay? There's only 19 floors, and I was on the 18th floor. We had to walk down all them steps to come out the side of the building. When we came back in, the office manager came over and she was like, "You know, we have special protocol for pregnant people where we can take you down a separate elevator."
No, I didn't know that. Because no one said a goddamn thing. How the hell would I know that?
I was like, "Y'all just want me to give birth here. That's what it's giving. Y'all want me to go into labor here, and that's fine." So if you work in an office building, high rise, make sure you know the protocol if you are expecting, because sometimes they have things in place. Because nobody don't need anything. All right. I'm going to do the label in Cardinal, which is R290 by Ohuhu. This will be the color that I do for the wine as well. Pretty. Only 2 floors in the building works. You won't be caught out here. That's a blessing. There's only 2 floors in the building I work at too, because I work in my house. And I could get down these stairs quick. I'll be out when I need to. I don't know if anyone follows Aaliyah's Face, but she came out with her collaboration with Dossier last week. And I got mine in the mail already. That was really fast. And it smells really good. It doesn't smell... I didn't read any of the notes, and like when she was talking in the promo, I didn't really like pay attention to the notes, so I wasn't really expecting anything. I just knew like one was like more bright and vibrant daytime and one was more nighttime. And I really like it. The more like vibrant daytime scent is like grapefruit and like citrusy. And to be honest, the daytime one is probably not something that I would gravitate towards on my own. I'm not like a citrus girl. Like back in my day when I was first like wearing perfume, I loved Dolce & Gabbana light blue. That was my girl. And I think I just liked it because my mom wore it. And that it kind of reminds me of that kind of scent, like a light blue kind of scent. It feels very summer, spring. It doesn't feel very like fall, winter. So I'll probably save it for like more like I'll probably get a little bit of use out of it from now until like October, and then save it for when it gets warm again. But the nighttime fragrance I really like. I think that's gonna be in the rotation, and I could layer it with, it's like a good layering one. So I'm gonna give them a good wear test and see what the vibes are. Spring, summer, joggers. Spring, summer. Like, girl, what? I remember coming into work the next day after that scene, and it was just all we could say all day. Joggers. Spring, summer. And then she had the nerve to really come out with a line. Like in like 2018. She really came out with something. And the website looked like I don't even know how to describe it. It looked like a storefront where you would buy like accessories for your Neopet in like '04. That might be a little too niche. It did not look like a real website. I would never put any kind of payment information into that website. Ever. I would advise against that, actually. It looked like you would certainly get a virus. A virus for sure. But you weren't avoiding it. I only went to the website on my work computer. I was like, I'm not going to this website on my damn personal computer. Thank you, Bailey. Hell no. Right, coming back with Cardinal. And all the clothes look like she bought bulk stuff from Alibaba and slapped a She by Sheree tag on it. It said, here, damn. Now, hush. That's what it gave. Coming back with Pigeon Blue BG9. People don't get embarrassed enough for me. I think that's where I get stuck. She could have just let that go. She could have. She should have. Because you really had nothing to prove to us at this point. You already finished Chateau Charest, you know. That was already a huge feat. Because I just knew you weren't going to do that. So I was already there. I was there. You coming out with this She by Sheree line that nobody wanted to begin with. That's important context. But then, 200 years later, you come out with it. And your website looks like that. The clothes look like that. She's modeling everything. It looks like somebody took the pictures on their Motorola flip phone. What's the reason? And I know somebody somewhere bought it. And that's why. That's why they do it. Because there's a sucker out there, lots of them, that's just going to buy it anyway. Oh, thank you, Olivia. Because me personally, I would have rather bought an outfit from thisisascam.com. Like, I would have trusted that website more than I trusted whatever the hell she thought she was doing with that. I was so suspicious. I just didn't understand why she would ever do that. Why would you put this up here and attach your name to it? And I think there is something to be said there, because she had the audacity that a lot of people who, show up on here have that we don't have. As Black women, we tend to be a little bit more reserved. We suffer at higher numbers with imposter syndrome. And we are on the other end of the spectrum where we demand perfection from ourselves before we show up, which is also a problem. So I do admire the fact that she was like, you know what? Done is better than perfect. But, it gets to a point at the same time. It gets to a point where sometimes done actually is not better. And what do you consider done? Because I could argue that that was actually not done. That wasn't even half done. It was half-assed. But me, I try not to get too caught up in the perfect, Sometimes you do have to build the plane while you're flying it. It does happen. But you gotta find the sweet spot. You do. Yay, I'm so excited for you to get the book in tomorrow too. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Cute wine glass. Alright, things are coming together. Things are coming together. We're getting somewhere. I'm gonna do her floor the same color wood as the shelf. Oh, all your goodies come tomorrow. So this Christmas Eve for you, girl, you gonna be up. She's like, my stuff coming tomorrow. I'm up. That's exciting. That's so exciting. That's a good feeling. Thank you, Miss Donna. All right, I'm coming in with Brun on this here floor. I'm gonna make it wooden, like hardwood. hardwood, I kind of not intentionally make it streaky, but I don't avoid the streaks. I invite the streaks. And yes, I will post this when I'm done. Oh, guys, you remember when we did the page in the mini book last week with the locks and the bun? The video is completely corrupt. When I try to download it on TikTok, only 16 seconds downloads of an hour and 35 minutes for both videos. One video only 14 seconds and the other one 16 seconds. What the heck? Why? I'm gonna try again, but for some reason those two videos are completely corrupt. I'm like, dang. Because I was like gonna post that one today because that was the only page I had actually finished in like the past month. And it didn't, so then I had to finish the green girl and post that one because that was all I had. That was all I had. I still didn't finish Pink Fro Girl. That will have to be finished in another time. That will have to be finished in another time. There's a lot more to do on that page. So hopefully I can finish that next week. I'm not at a DNF point. I still want to finish her, so that's a good sign. I haven't abandoned her mentally. I'm just adding a little shading to the baseboard here, using a light gray from Copic. Maybe in the last one before I'm trying to leave, you can just focus on finishing unfinished pages. The issue with that is I don't be wanting to do most of them that I don't finish. But maybe that would be something I commit. So I take care of my responsibilities. Yeah, for some of them, I feel like I've walked away from them for so long that I do kind of have to come up with new ideas because I don't really remember what the vibes were. Like when I look at the last page of volume 10, I'm like, I have no idea how I was planning to execute that now. Like whatever was in my head then, it ain't there no more. It has since left my head. And that concerns me. That concerns me bad. I don't know what I want to do for this rug, so we're not rugging it right now then. Milk white. Thank you for the nail love. thin persimmon. I can't remember what the last page looks like. The last page. What was the last page? Was it the me? This one. I think this was the last page we colored. This is the one that I can't freaking export. I'm so pissed. The locks, like, I really, even if I didn't create like a short of it, I really wanted to upload this one on TikTok because we really like took our time with the locks and it would be a good reference for you guys. And it's gone. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll email my little. No, let me not call this grown man a little. Maybe I'll email my TikTok account manager and see if he can do something on the back end. Because I really want that video. I want it. It's mine. Give me what I'm owed. Oops. I kind of want to give her like a dark, vampy lip. Oops. I'll use the same color I used for the wine as a base. This is Cardinal. And then I'm gonna make it even more vampy. And then I'm gonna come in. Can I see that black pencil you just used? This one is Caran d'Ache. This is in the color Cinnamon. It's a Caran d'Ache pencil from the Museum Aquarelle collection. Hey, Rosetta. And this is Crimson Aubergine. I just wanted to test them out. I think these are like the oil pastel pencils, or there's something to them, but you don't need them. You don't need them. Now I'm coming in with black. And then blending it out with that first color again, and the Crimson Aubergine. Keep her eye pretty neutral. Don't want it to be too much. I'm gonna come in with sand. thin persimmon. On the inner and outer lid. And then, let's see. I'm gonna use burnt ochre 50 just in the middle. Kind of neutralize that sand marker. I'm gonna come in with brown. On the inner and outer again. And then smoke it out a little bit on the outer edge. She looks like she loves a smoky eye. Cute. Mommy, mamacita. Thank you guys for the follows. Re-adding some of this highlight. I'm sharpening and a little to the lid as well. Okay, not the white pencil crumbling every time I sharpen it, growl. Alright, let me just use my pink white because it's already sharp. And ain't nobody got time for that. That little highlight in the middle of the lid is so cute. I do this in real life with my makeup. I don't even wear eyeshadow, but my trick is that I just use a little bronzer on the outer and inner corners of my eye, and then I put like a little bit of highlight right on the high point of my eyelid, and it just makes it look shiny and pretty and makes my eyes look a little bit, you know, sparkly, but not too much. All right, now we're down to the things that I am avoiding. These books, this picture frame, this carpet, and these socks. All right. Let's start with these books because I don't really care about them like that. But first, a cold sip of ginger ale. Nice and sharp. Put that there. I'm gonna come in with like this praline color because it's kind of like a burnt orange. I'm gonna do that as the top book. And then let's do okay, dark gray. I'm gonna antique them as well. It's like all these little elements. I don't know how the girls be doing those Bobby Goods books. All them little components to color. I'm like, yeah, I don't got it in me. This is the same color as the wine and her lipstick, Cardinal. That was satisfying. Enjoyed that. Use this praline color again for this book. And then we use this blue color that we use for her hair and her cat. I used an acrylic marker. I used a couple of different acrylic markers, which are like paint markers. These ones are by Grabby, and then I have this one by Ohuhu, and I layered them, and then I put some marker on top to add dimension. Alright, thank you. Whoopsies. Alright, this is Russet. Pretty great match for that. Just putting a base down. I'm always stressed when I color my Bobby Goods books. Listen, I feel you. It seems a little stressful for me. But people get stressed in my books too, so I'm not even trying to be shady, because I get it. Hell, I'll be stressed in my books. I'm stressed right now. What are we even talking about? I stress myself out. Right. Add a little shine. Alright. Where did my pencil go? There it is. So now coming in with my black pencil. I'm just doing some like rough motions around the edges, bringing them up a little higher in certain areas. I just want the pages to turn out perfect. That's it. That's it, that's all. It could all be so easy. I rarely like finish a page and I'm like, yeah, you know? That doesn't happen as often as I would like to. So I think it's all, mental, because obviously I spend hours and hours and hours and hours, and I'm still looking at it like, he's cute. So we have to just override that and give ourselves some grace, because it doesn't come naturally. All right. Coming in with Crimson Aubergine. Night Night Z. See y'all tomorrow. Right, coming in with black. Once I add in all like the final touches, because I have to do the color pencil on the background, on the chair, on the wood aspects. I'm gonna add like some spider webs and like cobwebs. Cobwebs? Why does that sound weird? You know what I mean. If I'm saying something wrong, I don't know why that sounds weird to me right now. That is what they're called. I'm gonna spook it up. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna spookify it. All right. Coming in now with russet. Let's see. This is brown. I use markers and color pencils. So I use markers first, alcohol-based markers, and then pencil on top. And then for the sweater, I also used acrylic markers as well. Now some black. Alright. Excuse my tablet, I was excited sharing that idea. Oh, I missed it. Let me see. Color so long, my hand. Scribbling, I should create some sort of oil-free hand saw. Well, it sounds like you got a whole business plan. It sounds like you should come out with that. You already thought about it. It's a problem you actually deal with. I think that would be a perfect business idea for you. Because I don't even know what that is that you said. The one that began with a V. Never used that. Where is my... Oh, there it is. It sounds like you got a real good business idea ready to go. That sounds like a big ad lib. That It sounds like a big idea. Boom, boom, boom. Did I write in the center? The way you use that white pencil, I can't control my hands. Oh, thank you. I really barely move the pencil. That's the key. I'm like more kind of hovering over the paper. Very, very light pressure. All right. I really don't have it in me to figure out what I want to do for this rug. So I think this is a good point. And it's 11:12. Perfect timing. So I'll finish this one tomorrow behind y'all's back, because tomorrow we're moving on to Conroe Coco Rest and Reflect, which is officially out tomorrow. Tomorrow is launch day. I'm so excited. I'll officially be a published author tomorrow. Wow, so exciting. So I can't wait for our live. Be able to break out another page in that book. So I'll finish this one and get this up for you guys probably Wednesday. And then we can start a new page. So thank you guys. This was a good session. Basically finished it, if you ask me. So tomorrow we're live 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, PM. So I'll see you guys back here. Thank you for hanging with me tonight. I love you. Good night.